The players of the Moscow Chess Festival are very happy to get into the playing hall, because in Moscow it's getting colder and colder. Now it was really minus 20, and probably it will be even worse. Getting into the playing hall, and after that grandmasters are very happy to get their tables. In the main men tournament, we still have some surprises. For example, we can see that after 2 rounds, young grandmasters are very active and they are very ambition. They are showing their ambitions and they are going to fight for the first place. Of course, we can say that Alexander Areshenko and Ernest Inarkiev and Boris Grachov and also Ivan Popov, probably these names are not very famous, but who knows, maybe in a few years they will be very famous. Anyway, these grandmasters which I mentioned, they won their second games and now they are leading the tournament. But of course it's too early now to say that who is going to be the first or second or third, because the tournament is only started. And also I have to mention that in the first round some of the players got the plus, so their opponents didn't come for the game and probably some of them didn't play and some of them get rest day. We will see what will happen next. The most interesting is still ahead of us. While chess players enjoying their game in Russian government social university, work is never stop. So this time they decided to have an agreement with the Greek Chess Federation and Greek Special Commission, who is arrived specially to Moscow to sign this document about having cooperation, and also our students from a university will go to Greece and they will change the experience with their Greek colleagues, and of course Greek people, Greek students will come to Moscow and share their experience. Can I ask you a few questions?
Yeah.
You are signing a very important document at the moment, and can you tell me what kind of interest do you have? I mean, of course it's very interesting to have a connection with Russia, but beside it, because your colleague said that you have very strong chess history and chess development in your city.
Well, we expect with this site to have a very close cooperation to improve our subjects of the science generally. Sorry, but my English are not...
That's okay.
So, it's the first time who the city of Astropoulos signs these documents, and I think it's the first time who my city, although it's very small in of the if you degree it with Moscow, it's very small, but we have courage and hope to do the best of my city to improve anything which who can give each other the University of Moscow to the Astropoulos and Astropoulos to the University of Moscow. It's very interesting for our people who live in Astropoulos, who most of them have born in Russia or the other democracies of Union of Soviets. You know.
Is it a coincidence that you came here exactly at the time when the tournament started? I mean, because Mr. Kostev and here in this university, they have very great event, this Moscow Chess Festival. This is really incredible, and each year, you know, it just has new records of number of players. So it's really crowded. And what do you think about this? And have you visited the opening ceremony?
Well, it's very obliged for me. First time I meet such a very interesting, about I think it's 5,000 athletes.
It's incredible, really.
Yeah,
I think it's a record for Moscow.
It's very. I want to say my congratulations to all these men who organized this big festival. It's you know, for me it's a surprise. So what you can do if you love this, you do. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Big surprise.
But maybe it's also an example for you.
Yes.
Probably one day you might be doing the same, who knows?
If I live, we have plenty of time in front of us to do this. It's very big for us. But I think small of this you do in Moscow, we can do in Aspropolis.
And also, of course, they are going to play chess and in Russia and in Greece. So now if we come back to the tournament, now we talk about the women's tournament. So we see that Anna Mozychuk, who is the top board, won her game against Olga Matveyeva. But I would really mention that second board, Anna Ushenina from Ukraine, she couldn't win her game against Svetlana Bezgodova, so it was draw, Ushenina was white. And another Ukrainian grandmaster, Natalia Zhukova, played black with Tatiana Bogumil. She's a Russian player. So, and after a long fight, Natalia Zhukova tried her best to win the game, but at last it was a draw. So now we can see that even in women tournament there is some surprises, and not all the time your ELO rating is saying something about the result of the